Hello there and welcome back to Foundry. Yes, back on Foundry once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. Yes. This one, 191 hours. Let's go. Alright, and here we are. If I sound a little bit different, it's just because of the OBS update. It did screw up my filters a little bit, so... meh? I guess? I tried fixing them, and I kind of got a little irritated and kind of gave up, so... so what we got is what we got, unfortunately. It's like, you could spend, like, hours tuning output of filters and things for your mic and stuff, and it's just annoying. Anyway, so, if you weren't here last time... we had gotten a brand new factory, which is making construction components, no less. These two machines over here in this mega storage is housing our construction materials. So basically, if you don't know what the construction materials are for, you can see there's a huge amount of them. If you don't know what the construction materials are for, they're basically a way for you to be able to build modular buildings. So when you're messing with modular buildings, you need the construction material coming out of these, which are basically like little boxes full of all these different materials, basically. And it looks like it's completely full on both sides, so that's fine. But yeah, 25,000 it holds. This is quite a lot. But yeah, when you place a modular building down and you finish modulating it, basically, messing with it, and you complete the construction, and then it sends out ships to come and pick this stuff up, and then the ships take that and drop it off at the modular building, and then you got your construction ships, which come with your construction bots, to then build that modular building. And it needs the construction material to do it. So you both need construction bots and you need construction material in order to build modular buildings. So that's basically the reason we need this. And you don't have to worry because these machines put out 320 a minute. We're putting out 640 a minute for these machines. So they're from these two machines, which is pretty darn crazy. And as I've said before, in the multiplayer game I'm a part of every Tuesday, that one we had two machines doing construction material, and we were putting down tons of modular buildings that we always had. We were always over construction material like crazy, so we're not going to worry about that. Only having two of them seemed to be worked quite well. Alright, so that's what we did last time, was we put this together. Now you think, oh, well, that's all you did? It's just like, well, when you understand how crazy this is. And look at this, look. We got materials coming in from belts over there and belts over here. And we got 6 belts per side. Had to completely configure this all. It was a mess. It actually took up more time than I thought it was going to, but at least it's done. So that's one of the bigger ones. So that's one thing. So today's plan is we got to build a glass factory. Yeah, I know we got to build those energy cells, but before we can do that, we have to have a glass factory in order to build those things. So I'm thinking of taking over these 2 squares right here to build that such glass factory. So basically on this side we have the crushers, and which crush the metal rock into gravel, I believe, and then we take that gravel and we smelt it down to the glass on this side with the smelters. Oh, and one thing I did between episodes, I got part of this done, was this entire block now, or this entire 3 blocks, I should say, is now with the concrete slabs instead of just the normal concrete. So I did take some time, a few hours, to do this side. And then we did the middle here. And we did this side as well. As well as this middle. And then I got tired. It is, even with the drilling and stuff, Even with our drilling speed up, it still takes a long time. So, but yeah, this whole middle's been completely done all the way to the end here. And then, yeah, still got this block to do. These 3 blocks to do here. Those 3 blocks on that corner, as well as the whole center here, and then that whole side. So it's getting done though. That's why we keep having hours on the save that you guys don't see. It's just me digging out this concrete and replacing it with the slabs, which look nice. We can get rid of that. We don't need that no more. Okay, so like I said, today is a glass factory day. We need to build us a glass factory. So here's a miniature model version, I guess you could say, of it. So gravel goes into a smelter, gets turned into glass. Looks like the glass rate is only 12 per minute. That's crazy. And then glass. So pretty simple, pretty easy. Oh yeah, so we the only things we need is the crushers and the smelters. So we just need crushers. We got to take that metal rock and turn it into gravel. And that's how we make glass, which is honestly a little bit weird. I figured there would be another recipe, like you take the metal rock and turn it into sand, and then I mean, technically this is sand, but it's gravel. It's not sand. But yeah, if we take a stack of gravel here. Also, this the FPS around here is fine. Around this area until these machines start up. It gets very laggy. I dropped down to like 20 something FPS. It's crazy. So we'll try not to stick around here too long. But yeah, like I said, we take gravel. That gravel gets turned into glass. All right, so let's get that done. I'm just going to I'm going to take the number as a goal, and then up that goal, of course, to a much higher number. But okay, but we need, like I said, we need glass for the energy cells. Now I can't wait for that update too, because they're going to do the screen update where you can hit E or click on the machine, whichever, and it basically, this screen right here then gets popped up and takes over your entire screen like the map does. Well, not the entire screen, but most of it. Kind of like holding a monitor up to your face, I guess. And that's going to be really nice. Can't wait for that. Okay, this one is done. We don't need construction material anymore. So the last thing that we need is the energy cells, and then we have to, from the energy cells, we then need to make the bots. So we need 25 of these liquid machines, basically. Which this factory is going to go next to. He's either going to go next to this factory, or we're going to have another. We need another factory as well to complete this, which is the alumic acid, whatever you want to call it. So we need 12 per minute. I don't have my calculator in front of me, of course. I never do. This game needs a built-in calculator. Oh, right. So now I have my calculator. The number is 12 times 25. I'm doing that on my keyboard there. 12 times 25, that's 300. So we need 300 glass per minute. And that's not the only thing we need glass for, but that is that's a number to shoot for. So if it's 300 glass per minute, how many smelters is that? That is, oh, it's 1 to 1. Okay. Yeah. 12 glass per minute, 1 smelter. So we need 25 machines, is what we're saying. So then that tells me that I need 50. 50 machines, okay. And then the crusher. Do we have a crusher in our inventory? We don't have a crusher on the hotbar either. I might have it in here, actually. Crusher, crusher, crusher. There's a crusher. I'll throw that there. And then I'm going to need those smelters too. So give me all those smelters. Any crushers, smelters. Nope. Okay. Just in case. I'm blind. Very possible. Okay. Then 8. I'll throw this crusher up here. To make 12 glass per minute, we need 60. 60 times 50. That's 3,000. No way is that correct. Hold on, I gotta put some more gravel in there. There's no way that's correct. That is insane if that is. Oh my gosh, dude. Wait, do we need iron? No. No, we don't need iron to make gravel, right? No. Okay. Give me that. It was like, I'm almost full. Oh. It happens. We still need to make our liquid fuel factory so we can make a jetpack fuel. Alright. Put this in there. Yeah, it is 60 per minute. That is insane. Alright, and configure. No, do we have Mark II crushers yet? No, we do not. Okay, well, Mark 1 it is. Alright, so it does 30 per minute. Wait. Oh no, that's not good. So if we need, yeah, we take that 30,000. I already know the number, but divide that by 60. Or sorry, 30. And that's 100. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because it's 1 to 2 of these, or 2 to. Wow. Okay, so in order to make this work, we need 2 crushers per 1 smelter. Did that change with one of the recipes, or? Yeah, that's not good. Alright, well. I don't know if we can make it happen, but we'll try. That's a lot of crushers. Where's my science? There it is. Just in case I forget the number. 100. Perfect. Not perfect, but also, damn it. So, well, let me get the crushers and the smelters together. Okay, I finally got all the machines I needed. Got 100 smelter or 100 crushers and 50 smelters. So this is gonna be fun. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna fit that all in here. I went ahead and removed the sidewalk in the middle here, since it's gonna be a glass factory. So I was like, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how this is gonna work. I think we might have to put lines of machines down. Let's see. It'll have to be 4 inwards. Luckily, the crushers are not too crazy. As far as size, they're like 2x2, so. Alright. So, how much can we fit? Because we could fit 10 machines per belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 300. And what's the ratio in? It's 60, isn't it? Gosh, I can't remember. But I can't put down a smelter and look because you can't set recipes on the smelters. Alright, so the ratio is 60. Okay. So is that going to be... So, how many... So if it's 10, if we can get 300 per belt, that's going to be... No, I hit. I tried to pull up my calculator. Oh, man. Okay. So calculator, we've got 300 per belt. Divide that by 60. That's 5 machines. That's what I thought. Okay. So it's going to be 5 machines, and if it's 100 smelters, 100 crushers, in rows of 10, that's going to be 10 lines, and then 5 lines of the actual smelter itself. Having 10 lines of that, that's 50. Okay, so that works out. All right. We might have to fit the 10 this way. We'll see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about doing input-output here. But it might just be input. Yeah, that's what I thought, though. This isn't going to work. Okay, if we put the 10 rows going this way, then that would probably work. Yeah. I'm just trying to think what would be the best way to make this work, and there's not really a good way to make this work. Not the way we want. Okay, so like that, so. And then might move it this way a little bit. Let's move it this way, like, I don't know, like 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we can fit more than 10 in this line. So this will work. Okay. It'll work this way. Now if we put like let's say we put like a space in between. I'm thinking 1 space will probably be the most we'll be able to get out of it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that was even too much. Okay, if we move this over... Well, actually, the way we want to make this work... How do we want to do the inputs and outputs? That's going to be the ultimate question of how we want to do those. Because if we bring them... We can't bring them here like this. Because we need 4 spaces to make that work. I mean, we could do... No, we can't even do 2 spaces because we need 2 spaces on this side. Because the ramp can only start here, so 1, 2, and then that one would be fine, but this one would not be. So 1, 2, and then the corner. Yeah. The other way we could do it is do it this way. Have a ramp going up. And say a ramp going down. Right. Yeah. Okay, careful of that pipe there. And then we have this one goes like that. This one goes like this. So then we corner. And we bring this one all the way here, and then the output goes all the way this way. Yeah, it'll be slightly offset, but it will work. So then the input, output, input, output. Whoops, those are backwards. I suppose no, it does matter because of the belts, the belt direction. I was like, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's like, no, it does. It does. Input, and then change this one to output. There we go. Input, output, input, output, input, output, Why is it intake and output, not input and output? Why is it intake and output? That's weird. Because you could do intake, outtake. I don't know. I'm getting angry over nothing. But anyway, yeah, that. Oh, but that would be an issue. Okay, all right. So this has to go one more space this way, and then I'm going to bring it. Actually, no. No. Okay, so we can't space all of them if we want to make this work. Yeah, it does have to go one space this way, but we're gonna have to. Maybe the last one. Let's see. How do I want to make that work? I could bring the two in the middle together, because then it'd be 5 and 5, and then those 5 would be split up, but the two middle ones would be together. The reason I say that is because the wall is going to be here. Oh wait, no, it's fine. Yeah, because the wall is going to. This one, the wall has to be on the very outer edge, because there's just not enough room. So the wall would go like here. Let me just put these to illustrate. Yeah, so it's fine. It's just, yeah, it's got to be, it does have to move one block inwards so that we can put the, so we can put the pillar here. I could, yeah, you know what? I could bring them in one on either side. Or sorry, yeah. I mean, or we could just leave it like that, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, yeah. If I bring it in 2, then you can walk around behind the backside. Actually, I suppose it doesn't matter. But if I bring it in 1, at least then we could. Well, that would work. Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess let me let's get these 100 inserters set up, or inserters, the 100 crushers going, and get them set up. Oh, and then we also got to think about the inputs. Each one of these is going to be 100 inputs, so we could split one belt between 3 lines. So that'd be 3, 6, 9. That'd be 4 belts of. We need 4 belts of mineral rock in order to make that happen. That's okay though. It'll work. It'll all work out. Okay, finally got some of that done anyway. It is taking me a while. I had to build more inserters and stuff. But, so good news is I got all 100 crushers down within the space that was given to me. Bad news is it took up the entire space that was given to me. It's just the way the belts were going to work out and everything, it's just too good not to only have 10. To have less than 10. Or, sorry, 10. Any more than that, and that would mess up the math. But, however, this works out quite well, I think. So it does work out quite well. But yeah, this is I can't believe it took up this entire space, and this is with just enough space to be able to walk in between here with each of these. So, and the reason that there's so much room up front here is because in case I wanted to use elevators, I would have enough space for that up here. But also because I'm gonna have a second floor, because this took up the entire floor pretty much anyway. I'm going to need space for those ramps if I don't use elevators. So it's either going to be an elevator or it's going to be a ramp, one of the two. Right here in this space going up to the second floor to then feed the 50 smelters that are going to be up there. And then we'll have 10 lines of 5 going across. And that'll give us enough room for expansion later, because Mark II crushers don't get any bigger. However, the smelters do. The Mark II smelters, or the advanced smelters as they call them, go from a 2x2 to a 3x3. So you need enough room for that. So I'm actually kind of glad it worked out this way, because then once we get the Mark II crushers and the advanced smelters, we could then, if we wanted to, we could then up the glass output. So, and this is probably how now that I'm looking at this is probably how the rods and the plates are going to be set up. The crushers are going to be on the first floor, and then the smelters are going to be on the second floor, just like those over there. However, it's going to be a lot more space for a lot more stuff. So, and I think that'll work out really great for future. So I'm going to keep this kind of layout in mind for the future, like smelting and stuff like that. Because imagine if we could if it's still 1-to-1, or close to, imagine how many smelters we could put on the roof in this amount of space. It's going to be crazy. So anyway, I still got a little bit of work to do, but I just wanted to kind of talk about that. So yeah, like I said, there's only one space, and then one space in between, of course, to then walk in between. But yeah, going to be a little bit of a mess until we can get everything hooked up. But yeah, everything's working well. So let me get this done. Alrighty, now that's finally done. Actually, it did take me a minute, and I'm making 1 million inserters right now in my pockets. Probably gonna fill up my inventory. That's okay. I was bringing over some of the mineral stuff, the mineral rocks, so that we can at least get started on this project, going to this way. But yeah, it's starting to get a little laggy. You can tell. I don't know what kicked this off and why these smelters are going, to be completely honest. Oh, yes, I do. I know why. Okay, never mind. But you can see just the amount of frame loss just when these things are going. And I've tried turning down the graphics and stuff, and it doesn't really make a difference. All too much. I think it's just poor optimization. I mean, we can try again, because I had tried this yesterday. Let's see. I think it has something to do with the smoke, right? Probably. So shadow quality, vegetation. What would be texture resolution? Maybe quarter resolution. It's a little better. There's still a lot of frame loss, though. Yeah, you can hear it in the footsteps. Yeah, see? It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter all that much. We're at quarter resolution. And the quarter resolution only seems to affect, like, this, which is strange. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't really matter. We go soft particles off. Would that improve it? No. Like I said, it's crazy. Yeah, it's not particles either. What would be the smoke related to? Would that be model quality? Low? No. I think it's just, oops. I think it's just poor, poor optimization. And yeah, looking at my PC, and my PC's barely being used by this game. Like it's crazy. So, all right. Anyway, yeah. Once those things start up and going, I think it might be calculation. You know, because like I said, it's not graphics. It barely uses the graphics card. This game barely uses the graphics card. You're talking maybe 20-30% at the high end. It's the common thing that always happens with these type of games, where it's just constant battle with the FPS when you start getting big factories and stuff going. But hey, it's also a battle with me too. Like, I'm always, you know what? Well, let's do this first. Let's do the inputs for these first, and then we'll figure that out. I got the middle rock up to there, and that was about as far as I got. So, yeah, let's do the inputs first. Yeah, I think I want to do a switchback style on these. Yeah, because once those machines stop, the game goes back to. I mean, it doesn't go back to full 60 FPS, of course. So I've just got a lot. I've got a lot going on, but. Yeah, once the machines are going, that's when it's like, you know what I mean? It is funny though. But yeah, just the classic. That's where that went. Just the classic switchback. Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I try to look at this stuff, like why does the belt randomly get placed somewhere else? It just happens. There's no way to really prevent it, per se. But yeah, and I do realize that, yeah, my PC is getting, it's getting older and stuff. I replaced a lot of the parts in it, but yeah, it's these type of games where changing the graphics really doesn't make a difference at all. And like Dyson Sphere program, that game. Once you have like once you have like massive factories, it's all the calculation, it's all the big numbers and stuff like that that's being calculated for all the different factories and stuff, and that could be exactly what's happening as soon as those factories go into swing to be making stuff. So this is the output, right? I was doing the input. Hopefully I got that correct. Yeah, as soon as you get into the very big factories, that's when the FPS starts to take a hit. And it's mainly because a lot of these games, they use the graphics card as a calculator, essentially, for calculating all of the different machines and stuff like that. It goes, okay, I'm getting this number of material coming in, and I'm outputting this number of material onto this belt, and all of that's captured, and all of that's being used constantly. And it's being used by the graphics card itself, because the graphics card, believe it or not, actually calculates that stuff faster than the CPU, because the CPU, whoops, that needs to go, slow down. The CPU is being used by your entire system. Like nobody's going to have two CPUs in their computer, at least not normally. It's like I'd say 90% of gaming PCs have one CPU, and that CPU is being used by everything because, well, it's a CPU, it's a central processing unit. It processes everything. And it calculates everything, or makes everything work like it should, including the OS. So the graphics card, your dedicated graphic, not dedicated. Well, yeah, I guess it would be dedicated, not integrated. Your dedicated graphics card, you know, the one you're using to play your games and stuff, that's not being used by the entire system because the entire system doesn't need to use it constantly. So the graphics card is being used by the games, so they're just like, okay, well, we'll just have it be used by the game instead for all this calculation. So it inevitably does it faster. So even though this game's not using my graphics card all that much, you know, those numbers still do make a difference. Anyway. This is how I understand it, by the way. It's not... it's what I've been told by people who know gaming like this. Alright. Getting her. Okay. So now that I've got that all placed down... there we go. Okay. Each one of these belts only needs 100, so we're going to go 1 and 2, which we're just going to split. And then just go like this. It's fine. Immediately turn in. So there's one belt. And then the next belt, I'm just going to, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, and then the 5th belt there. Okay. Oop, a little bit of lag there. So then the next belt goes here. Just like that. And then the third belt. That one goes like this. Bit of it an S. Yeah, even if I was to split this off perfectly, it'll only be 20, 40, 60, and that wouldn't quite be enough, so I'm just going to run with the 4th belt. And the 4th belt will kind of help keep the rest of these belts full as well, because it's only going to be using 1/3, or less than 1/3, of what the belt can do, so, and what the belt's going to be bringing in. But you'll see how I do that in a second. Okay. So there's all 4 belts. And then what we're going to do is go bang, 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 bang. So now all 4 belts are now taking part in this entire system. So this is now all tied together. Very good. That'll keep everything balanced. So I think what I'm going to do from here is I might go underground, just to kind of keep this area clear. Yeah, I think it'd be better if we went underground. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from here, the reason I didn't go underground here is because there was already belts underground. That's why I stayed above ground for it. But this one, we got to get it over here before we can go underground. I think what we'll do is well, what if I need to add more belts? Well, I shouldn't need to add more belts to the system. There should be no reason to add the belts to the system. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to bring all of this over here. So like that. Then then 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. Okay. That belt goes there. That belt goes there. That belt goes there. Okay. Building backwards actually makes things kind of easy. You don't have to use the rotation key as much, because it'll automatically create the corner for you. There we go. You know what I could have done? I could have went all the way over until I reached this point. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do, is I'll go all the way over until I reach this point. Is this the first belt? So this one... Yeah, this one's the first belt. Where's my hole? Right there. Ah, crap, I lost it. Right there. Just trying to keep my eye on the prize here. Of course, right at the last second it changed. That's okay though. Okay. So now this one should be, this square here should be the very first, the very last belt. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I think that'll be better than trying to do what we were just about to do. Because then we'd have another corner somehow, somewhere, and it's just like, yeah, we'll just go as straight as we can. Straight as an arrow. Depending on where the arrow gets made, I suppose. So. Alright. So then that, we're just gonna delete all that. There we go. Run that there. Run that one there. And then this one goes to here. And then we'll come back and fill in this little hole that we got going on over here. I've already ran out of belts. I'm gonna need more belts. I brought like 1,000 belts and it's like gone in 2 seconds. This game. Well, more like this genre. It's like, oh, I brought 2,000 belts with me. That'll go far. Not really. Or like 2,000. What it would be in Satisfactory would be like whatever the belt was made of, plates or whatever you need. Of course, that stuff goes a little bit further than this would. Okay. So now it's finally connected, and look at that, we're already making gravel. Very good. I didn't think I connected it, but I must have accidentally connected it. I thought I left a space, but I guess not. But yeah. Like I said, everything's going, and all 4 belts are participating. Of course, all 4 belts are going to be pretty empty for a little while. Because we're needing 300 and we're putting out 320. So, yeah, it's going to take a minute for that to all back up. But, yeah, once that all gets backed up, then it'll be good. Now that this belt's backed up, it's going to start pushing this way, and then that's going to back up this belt a little bit, so it's going to start pushing that way, and so on. But yeah, that works pretty well, and it keeps it somewhat clean here for the most part. So. And plus, we're not using all 4 of these belts, so if we need like say 100 or something for a small little factory of what is limestone, essentially mineral rock, we can use that somewhere else too. So anyway, that works for that factory. Very good, very good. Let's go ahead and head up upstairs, and let's start focusing on the second floor. Alrighty, so now that we've got our second floor in place, we can start planning out the smelters. So the smelters are going to be in lines of 5, I believe it is. So, and plus we'll have plenty of room to make this work. So we're just going to have full-on belts on the floor. It's fine. So I think we're going to go 5 away from each thing. So that's 3, 4, 5. And we need to make sure we leave enough room for at least 2 spaces. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, that's not enough. So 3 spaces, because we could get these 2 advanced smelters, and then we can make more glass later on. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 5 on one side. Annoying. I don't want to compress it anymore to the wall. If we put 5 and 5, then that's going to put this one at 4. I mean, we could have the extra space on this side. I mean, why not, right? Because the belts are going to be coming in. Yeah, you know what? Let's move this over 1. Yeah, move this over 1 because the belts are going to be on the left side, so give us a little more room on the left side here. Okay. So then we're going to have 10 lines of this, which will take up probably the entire space here. Are we on the same... I wonder if we're in the same line. We could actually go 1 more forward, and then we'll be in the exact same line as the rest of this. So. Yeah, and then we can kind of keep it all in line. It'll look nice. I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, if that's the case, then we could output and then just go up from there. Because it's already blocked off the area completely. Is there enough space for that, though? So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's enough space to do a single switchback. So basically what that would look like, instead of going down like we have there, sorry, I was adjusting. And you know exactly what I was adjusting. So then we'd have this here. I'm sorry. So then there. Go bang. Bang. And then up. Like this. Then bang. Bang. And then up. Like that. Bang. Bang. And then up. And then bang. Oops. Looks like I'm doing this all wrong. It'll be like that, isn't it? Oh, these are gonna be a pain in the butt. I forgot how much of how much of a pain in the butt these are. I might have to rotate it. I'll show you what I mean in a second. We'll see where this ends up, but I think it's going to end up poorly. Ah, I need to go up there. Okay, lag. So yeah, I'd go like that. Yeah, if we move not move it, but if we... Actually, could we move it over? No. Let's see, if we rotated it this way, it'd be up, 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 up. And we could use these as outputs instead. Well, no, the outputs... It depends on how much glass comes out. It's only like 30, isn't it? Yeah, so 30 times 10, that's... We needed 300. 5 smelters. 300. Because the input was 30, right? What was the input? It was 60. That's why we can only do 10, because it was 60. Yeah. I hate doing this because of the way it is. Although this does work, it's very inefficient. You know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go down and then I'm going to come back up. Even though that's a little... I don't know if that would be more inefficient, but what I do know is this is just... It's too tedious. Like really, really tedious. I think doing it this way is a little less tedious. Yeah, you know what? And then it keeps it looking a little cleaner. Anyway. Then what we do is we bring all the belts up here. Although we might not have the space to bring them all up like that. Yeah, because we're going to have 10 lines of this, right? Ugh. Yeah, I think I might have to do it that way. That way I just removed. Just because of the amount that has to come up. We're going to be having... we're going to be having 10 belts of dual... Or of the switchback anyway. Unless we do elevators, but that's too many elevators. That's way too many elevators, so... Although I don't want to do it, I think we're going to have to. Like I said, I do need to move these over. Oops. Oh, come on. I do need to move this over one. I guess it would have... We'd have more room if I clumped these together a little bit more. No. Because like I said, it's going to be a mess either way. But yeah, we need to move these up. So now those are in line with that. Of course, it's not going to matter if I up the amount. I'm going to have to completely redo the system anyway when I go to the advanced smelters. If I go to change this over to advanced smelting anyway. Yeah. Okay. Let me get that done real quick then. Alrighty then. Well, that makes that work. I got all the inputs for the stuff here. All the gravel going up and whatnot. And we are now the king of 20 FPS. It's pretty funny actually. Oh, look at that. the sun going down. Wow, it's beautiful. But yeah, got everything inputted. Got this all built, and the glass factory is now finished. So the output does come over here. And the way I've got this set up is we're only outputting 12 glass per minute. So if you take our standard build speed, which is 320, and we divide that by 12, which is the output here, that equals 26.6 repeating. So I said, okay, well, we got 50 smelters up here. Let's separate them in half, and let's get to almost 320 belts. So if we take that 12 times 25, that's 300. So we're actually making 600 per minute on this entire thing. So we've got 2 belts of 300 right here, which obviously is going to be what that is. I'm going to throw a balancer right here so we can keep both belts balanced. But yeah, look at all this. It's nutty. But yeah, all we got to do is get this to go downstairs, and we'll be good to go. I think we might have enough space to run this all the way down straight without having to switch back or anything. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. But yeah, another factory will be finished after this, and then 3, 4. Oh, right. 4 there. Let's see if I can get... Oh, it looks like we are going to have to switch back after we get underground. That's fine. I suppose I could have used an elevator on these. Do I have enough for a couple of elevators? I do, actually. Yeah, let's do that. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, a couple of elevators would look better in this situation. Because we got the room for them, we might as well, right? That does mean I need to do a little bit of reimagining upstairs. That's okay. But yeah, I went ahead and filled all this in as well, so that it's only whatever it needs to be. But yeah, if we put an elevator in each corner, I think that could be pretty cool. And then bring them back together again. And that'll just make things a little bit easier, I would imagine. What are they? 3 by 4, right? Nine. We're gonna have to turn off the flashlight because I gotta unlock the thing because I got them both. I got them keyed to both the same thing still. So I put an elevator there. Oh, we're gonna have to move this in. That's okay. Oh, we could put both elevators at the same spot in the middle. So the middle is... How much space is on this side? 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. And then the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the thing. So the middle is going to be a 2. What we might do is, I might just do this. 15 from that side. 15 from that side. So that's the exact middle right there. This is the middle block. Okay, we'll have a space in between. So then we'll go 3 by 4 this side. 3 before on this side. Then pull out the 9. Hit B. Lag out because of the autosave. There. There we go. That don't look too bad. I mean, it does take. I'm actually glad I placed them this way because it takes up a little less space. Okay. If we actually move them over, no, we'd have to move them over 2 belts. So yeah, that wouldn't work. So I guess we'll put the 2 inputs close together here. Oh, this is going to be annoying, actually. I didn't expect it to be this annoying. Oh, you know what? We could wrap it around. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Good job. Good idea, chat. If I had a chat. I don't have a chat. Oh, sad face. Okay. That's going to go... Wait a minute. That elevator's not connected yet. Okay. I was going to say... It's like, wait a minute, that elevator's not connected yet. It's not good. Okay, and then, yeah, we'll just go around like this. Take up as little space as possible. It's okay if it does a little bit of a whoop-de-doo right there. There we go. Okay. And then that'll be the glass there. Now we do have to go and remove this space here. Just so the elevators can be built. Oh, I keep forgetting. Yeah, I keep forgetting that the floor is too thick in this space. It's a thick with 2 C's. Okay. And then the freight elevator, bottom. There we go. Got both elevators. And here comes the things. And the stuffs and the doings. Alright. Then we're just going to output and then input directly in to this box here. Okay, so intake and output. Wait, what? Oh, because this one's a 4. I forgot about that. That's fine. Intake, output, and then this allows us to have whatever belts we need. There we go. We are now inputting at 600 per minute. That's a lot. That is a lot. Alright, perfect. I'm gonna go get rid of this gravel real quick upstairs. But yeah, that's factory done. We are officially done with the glass factory. Hooray for us! Now there's almost nothing stopping us. I guess next time we'll have to be olemic acid, or olmic, whatever. Shut up. Olemic acid. That'll have to be next. But yeah, we can declare the glass factory completed. Completed it. Very nice. Alrighty. I'm very happy for that. So, very awesome. Very cool. can't stop congratulating it. But yeah, I think the next factory is going to be. Let me go grab the glass from over here. Oh my gosh, the lag is so bad. Alright. Yeah, we can get rid of all this. Because we no longer need a little miniature glass factory over here either. What am I doing? Why don't I just do this? Okay, then we'll go back over here and get rid of this glass in our pocket. But that's one of the last things that we need, or one of the second to last thing that we need in order to make this factory work, because we need the glass in order to make the energy cells. So we're going to be taking, I'm glad I actually did that, because we're going to be taking half of that glass already just to make this. So yeah, luckily we only need one belt, so that's easy. But yeah, next time, like I said, is going to be the all-mic acid, and then we'll have all 4 things that we need in order to make these energy cells, and then we can start making these. We can start making the maintenance drones, because we have everything else that we need for that. We just need to make the maintenance drones. That's pretty much that's all there is to it. And then once we got the maintenance drones, as well as we'll have energy cells for this. Have we calculated all that? We have, right? So 180 energy cells plus... I'm pretty sure I calculated this already, but let me make absolutely sure. Don't want to get my math wrong for a second time on this type of project. So 6 times 20, that's 120. So 120, yeah, 6 times 20 plus, yeah, 180. It's 300. That'll be divided by 12. That's 25. Yep, that's the exact amount. Perfect. And then we'll have the second to last thing that we need. And then once we start getting those Fermilite bars in, then we can start making. We can actually start making the yellow science and further our research. However, there is one other thing we haven't thought about yet. Well, I've thought about it, but you guys, I don't know if you guys have or not. We need to fix the space station so I can actually make that exchange happen. Because with the space station in ruin, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So basically, we need to build a scanner, and we need to build a range tower, right? If we actually look in the building section, these are the 2 modular buildings we need. The long range scanner, that one scans our map to tell us where all the resources are. This one is a radio tower base, so we can get back in contact and we can actually start fixing. We can actually start fixing the space station, which is, I believe, what we also need. We also need the construction material for that too. We got to send that up. But anyway, a lot of that, or some of that's going to be next time. So next time, like I said, is going to be the all-mic acid factory, and if that goes really fast, which I'm assuming it will, we're going to do the energy cell factory. Because the all-mic acid, I'll probably turn the all-mic acid directly into this, and then it'll be like the gravel or the mineral rock to gravel, where the gravel just goes. We just make the gravel at the actual factory. Kind of like like we did with that factory. So anyway, enough of me talking. Like I said, that is going to be it for this episode of Foundry. Next time will probably be the energy cells, which will be Friday. So yeah, like I said, that is going to be it. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.